The Late Show studio was alive with a warm, vibrant energy as Stephen Colbert made his way to the desk, his smile wide and sincere, radiating charm and sharp humor. The audience welcomed him with a thunderous cheer, their applause echoing through the room, an early sign of an evening filled with clever commentary and honest laughs. Sitting across from him was Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur with a slightly disheveled look, relaxed in posture but with a confident gleam in his eye. Musk's presence exuded wealth and influence, his hands calmly placed on the armrests, projecting quiet dominance. The audience, a blend of Colbert's dedicated viewers and Musk's tech-savvy admirers, responded with a spirited mix of claps and cheers. Beneath it all, a subtle tension lingered. Expectation hung in the air, as the audience waited for Colbert's sharp questioning to pierce through Musk's air of superiority. A confrontation loomed, one that would eventually see Musk escorted off stage, with Colbert holding firm. Colbert began with his usual composure, voice even and engaging. "Tonight we've got a big guest, Elon Musk, the man with more wealth than entire nations and a vision to leave us all behind for Mars." The line, delivered with a hint of irony and a smile, drew solid laughter from the crowd. They trusted Colbert to cut through pretense, an advocate for the average viewer. Musk leaned back, smirking. "Stephen, I'm saving humanity one rocket at a time. You're welcome." His reply, thick with self-assurance, didn't quite land. Applause came hesitantly, some in the crowd shifting uncomfortably at his smug tone. Colbert lifted an eyebrow. "Saving us, huh? Still parading that billionaire glow like it's a gift just to see it, Elon." The remark was delivered smoothly, but held its weight, a subtle call for accountability. The audience laughed softly, the atmosphere still controlled but crackling with meaning. A thoughtful exchange was unfolding, grounded in purpose for now. The conversation moved forward, with Colbert steering it toward SpaceX. "So Elon, this Mars plan of yours, is it genuinely about colonization or just a backup playground for the ultra-rich to leave the rest of us behind?" he asked with a grin, giving a subtle glance to the camera. The audience responded with laughter, their applause a steady hum of approval, a show of support for Colbert's advocacy for everyday people. Musk gave a casual shrug. "It's real, Stephen. Earth's in trouble. I'm working on what's next. Mars is the solution." His tone carried a confident edge, bordering on dismissive. The crowd stirred. Some clapped politely, while others showed unease at his detachment. Colbert leaned in slightly. "The future, right? But what about the folks left here picking up the tab for your space adventure? Ever think about them?" His tone remained friendly, but carried weight, his eyes sharp, turning the question into a pointed observation. The room grew quieter. Musk's smile faltered, his fingers tapping the chair's arm. "Oh, come on, Stephen. Complaining about the cost now? Stick to comedy and let me handle the big picture." His words came coolly, with a bite that drew gasps from the crowd, some quietly booing, others leaning in, sensing a shift in the exchange. Colbert's smile thinned. "Comedy? Sure, Elon, but I'm not the one avoiding reality by planning a private getaway planet." His response was quick and composed, his voice taking on a firmer edge. The audience erupted in applause, many clapping with renewed enthusiasm, rallying behind him. The conversation edged into more serious ground, the tone sharpening. Musk threw his hands up. "You just don't get it, Stephen. I'm creating what's next while you cling to old ideas about fairness. It's sad." His voice had risen, frustration breaking through as control slipped. The crowd reacted instantly, boos growing louder, their support for Colbert more evident than ever. Colbert remained composed, his tone unwavering. "The future, huh? Sounds more like an excuse to leave the rest behind." "I'm not complaining, I'm looking out for them," he said, gesturing to the audience. The crowd roared with applause, a surge of approval that filled the room. The moment hit hard. Musk jumped to his feet, his chair screeching loudly as it slid back. His voice thundered. "I don't need this, Stephen. You're a joke. I'm done with your self-righteous nonsense." He yanked off his mic, the cable whipping as he glared, his expression tight with anger, the polished image of a billionaire visibly slipping. "Keep your show. I've got more important things to do." He stormed off, his footsteps heavy as he exited. The crowd responded with loud boos, while some erupted into cheers for Colbert, a wave of noise that filled the room. Musk's dramatic departure felt like a collapse of ego, leaving behind a charged silence. Colbert leaned back, hands raised. "Take care, Elon. I'm sure Mars won't notice." His tone was calm, the remark subtle but pointed. The crowd responded with a roar of applause, their support pouring in. Backstage, tension ran high. Crew members moved quickly behind the scenes, headsets buzzing with updates. Musk had reportedly pushed past a producer, muttering angrily as he exited. Rumors spread quickly that he had been tense from the beginning, wary of Colbert's reputation for pointed interviews. Clips of the outburst spread online within minutes. "I'm done with your self-righteous nonsense" became an instant viral line, some criticizing his reaction, others praising Colbert's composure. Back on stage, Colbert leaned into the mic, his tone steady and relaxed. "Well folks, looks like Elon's off to colonize the green room. Seems he wasn't too fond of Earth's perspective." The audience burst out laughing. Rather than dwell on the walkout, Colbert wove it into the evening's rhythm. "I was expecting a rocket conversation, not a liftoff from the guest chair. That's on me." He playfully mimicked Musk's mic drop, sparking another wave of laughter. Then, without missing a beat, he shifted gears. "All right, let's keep going. We've still got a show, and I know you're here to enjoy it." The audience erupted again, their energy lifting the room, their cheers a rally behind Colbert's stance. After the break, the studio lit up once more, the crowd's energy rushing back like a wave. Colbert stood confidently, his smile wide and genuine. He didn't dwell on the earlier outburst. "Well folks, we hit a bit of turbulence. Elon left quicker than one of his rockets. But hey, we're still going strong, right?" His light comment brought laughter and lifted the room's mood. On stage, Colbert introduced the musical guest, whose upbeat performance filled the studio with rhythm and joy, giving the night a renewed sense of ease. The earlier tension gave way to a warm finish, one built not on confrontation but resilience. As the show neared its end, Colbert stepped forward once more, now alone in the spotlight. His tone was sincere, his gratitude clear. "You all are what make this show matter. Thanks for staying with us. If you appreciated tonight, give us a like and subscribe for more honest moments." The crowd rose in a standing ovation, applause booming through the studio, a salute to a host who turned a tense exchange into something meaningful. The cameras panned wide, capturing faces lit with appreciation, tied together by a night that closed with strength and clarity. Musk's walkout had faded to a footnote. Colbert's steady presence was the moment's lasting mark. If you enjoyed this moment, go ahead and like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.